Hello students, welcome to SR Concepts. I am Ravi Verma and nowadays we are discussing the chemical effects of electric current, the chapter number 14. And in the first video we discussed how to make an electric circuit or a tester like this one, right, which is made up of a cell, a battery and a wire. We performed the activity number 14.2. We discussed this activity that we will dip the two ends of the tester into the lemon juice and an electric circuit will be completed because lemon juice will be flowing, the electric current through it will allow the flow of electric current through it. In this way the circuit will get completed and the electric current will start flowing from one direction to another direction. When the electric current will pass through the element of the bulb, it will become so much heated because of heating effect of electric current, and when the filament will become heated it will start glowing. But sometimes even when the liquid is conducting electric current, some liquid we are testing and the liquid is conducting electric current, even then the bulb is not glowing. This may happen. Why this may happen? Because however the liquid is conducting electric current, but if the electric current is flowing too weak, if the electric current that is passing through the liquid is too weak, then the electric current in the circuit will also be weak, and with the weak electric current the filament of the bulb will not get heated up sufficiently and then the bulb will not glow. So while we are using this tester which has a torch bulb, this may happen that with certain liquids which are actually conducting electricity, the bulb is not glowing. The reason is that the liquid is not allowing high current or means sufficient amount of current to pass through it, and because of weak current the bulb is not glowing. Alright, so now let's discuss the today's topic. The topic is that can we make another tester for testing the conductivity of certain liquids, or can we make a tester which can detect a weak current passing through any wire or any material? Yes, we can make. Dear students, look at this activity number 14.3. We will use the magnetic effect of electric current to make this tester. What we will do? Dear students, we have taken a matchbox like this, a tray of matchbox, and we have taken a magnetic compass in the matchbox. We have wrapped a conductor or a wire around this matchbox like this and then connected this wire into one terminal of the battery, while we have taken another wire and joined this wire to another terminal of the battery. In this way we have prepared a tester with two free ends. Now the question is how this magnetic compass will help in detecting the weak currents passing through any material. Dear students, electric current has another effect that is called magnetic effect of electric current. What is the meaning of magnetic effect of electric current? Dear students, suppose this is a conductor, and the electric current is passing through this conductor. When electric current passes through any conductor or any material, it produces a magnetic effect around it. It produces the magnetic effect or magnetic field around the conductor. So electric current produces a magnetic field around the conductor through which it is flowing. This is called magnetic effect of electric current. And you know that when there will be a magnetic field around the wire, the magnetic compass needle will show deflection. So the needle of a magnetic compass is very much sensitive to even little amount of electric current passing through it, because this is producing a little amount of magnetic field around it. So however the current may be very weak in the conductor, the magnetic compass needle will show deflection, a little deflection always, even if the current is very weak. So this is a little bit more sensitive type of tester that we are using, right? So what we will do now, we will repeat the activity number 14.2 with the same type of tester, right? What we will do, we will dip the two free ends of the tester in the lemon juice, and we will see that the lemon juice is good conductor and the magnetic compass needle is moving, means it is showing deflection. In the same way, we will repeat this activity with many liquids like tap water, right, vegetable oil, milk and honey. So what we need to do, we have to test the conductivity of tap water, vegetable oil, milk and honey. So dear students, but one thing that is very important to note is that you need to remember to wash and wipe dry the ends of the tester after testing each liquids. That means if once you have used the tester in lemon juice, so when you will take the two ends of the tester out of the lemon juice, first you will dip the two ends of the tester into the water, then you will dry them by wiping it, right, and then you will dip it into another liquid. So after dipping into one liquid, if you want to dip the tester ends into another liquid, first you need to wash the ends and then you need to dry the ends, then only you have to put the ends into another liquid. So this is very important that you first wash with water and then wipe the free ends of the tester, then only you have to do. So while you will be conducting this activity, you will be recording your observations into this table. Means first you will dip into lemon juice, then you will see compass needle shows deflection, yes or no. If yes, then you will write yes here, and then you will write good conductor. So in this way you will be keep noting the observations here. These students, you will find that lemon, vinegar, tap water, milk, means these are the liquids which will be very good conductors of electricity, right? So I am not going to disclose all the result. You may perform this activity at your home, but only with the help of your elders. Okay, now from activity number 14.1, from table number 14.1, we will find that some liquids are good conductors of electricity and some are poor conductors of electricity, right? So dear students, you will see here what Paheli is thinking about. What is written? When the free ends of the tester do not touch each other, there is a gap, there is an air gap between the two. So suppose this is the tester and these are the free ends. So between the free ends there is air in between the two free ends, right? Paheli knows what is written. Let's read. Paheli knows that air is a poor conductor of electricity, but she has also read that during lightning an electric current passes through the air. She wonders if air is indeed a poor conductor under all conditions. What is the meaning of this? That Paheli is thinking that when the two ends of the tester are separate, there is air between the two, and the electric current is not flowing because she knows that air is a bad conductor. But what happens when there is lightning? In those conditions, a strong electric current flows through the air. That means at that time the air becomes a good conductor of electricity. So during the conditions of lightning, air conducts electricity. That means certain materials may be conductor under certain conditions, while they may be poor conductors under other conditions. So a particular material may be either poor conductor or good conductor under different conditions, right? What is written? This makes Bujo ask whether other materials classified as poor conductors also allow electricity to pass under certain conditions. So obviously yes, this is right, that many of the materials are such which are generally poor conductors, but they may become a good conductor under certain other conditions. So what is written? Actually, under certain conditions, most materials can conduct electricity. That is why it is preferable to classify materials as good conductors and poor conductors instead of classifying as conductors and insulators. Right. What is written? We have tested the conduction of electricity through tap water. Let us now test the conduction of electricity through distilled water. So dear students, what will happen when you will be performing the above activity with the tap water? You will find that the magnetic needle or the needle of the compass is showing deflection. That means you will find that tap water is a very good conductor of electric current, and this is why your parents and elders ask you not to touch any electrical appliance with your wet hands, because the water that is wetting means that is making a film on your hands, that may conduct the electric current and you will be getting an electric shock, right, with your wet, if you are touching the electric appliance with the wet hands. Right, now let's understand is we are talking about two types of water, tap water, and we will talk about distilled water. So dear students, we have discussed that tap water is a good conductor of electricity. Now we will check the conductivity of distilled water. Does it conduct electricity or not? So dear students, the distilled water can be obtained from your chemistry lab, or it can be obtained from certain medical store or certain doctor or nurse. We will repeat the same activity with the distilled water, and you will find that distilled water does not conduct electricity, means it is a poor conductor of electricity. Right, distilled water is a poor conductor of electricity. You will find this fact. Right, so now what you have to do, once you have tested that the distilled water does not conduct the electricity or is a poor conductor of electricity, now you dissolve a pinch of common salt in distilled water. When you will again test it, what you will see? You will see that once you have dissolved salt in distilled water, the distilled water becomes a very good conductor of electric current. Right, so here we have seen that on adding salt into distilled water, it becomes a very good conductor of electricity. Are there some other materials? Are there some other substances which on adding into the distilled water may make the distilled water good conductor of electricity? Let's see this. So dear students, first of all, we need to think that the water which we get from sources such as tap, hand pump, wells and ponds is not pure. It may contain several salts dissolved in it. A small amount of mineral salts are naturally present in it. So this water is thus a good conductor of electricity. On the other hand, distilled water is free of salt and is poor conductor. So the normal water that we are getting in tap or we are getting from some other sources has certain salts dissolved in it, and that's why it is a good conductor. But distilled water has no salts. Distilled water has no salts in them. That's why distilled water is a poor conductor of electric current. Now, dear students, what is written? Something very interesting is written, that small amounts of mineral salts present in water, present naturally in water, are beneficial for your health. However, the salts make water a good conductor, so we should never handle electrical appliances with wet hands or while standing on a wet floor. Right, students, so now we have got that tap water is a good conductor because tap water has a number of salts dissolved in it. So we can say that salts make water a good conductor of electricity. Actually, what happens when there are salts in water, the salts break down into charged ions. So this is the charged ions when they are moving and when the electric current is flowing. Right, so when electric current is flowing through the liquids or through the tap water, this is actually the salts produced, this is actually the ions which are produced by the salts which conduct the electric current. right? So we have found that common salt can make a distilled water good conductor of electric current. Let's find out certain other substances which can do so. Dear students, we will perform the activity number 14.5 and 14.6. What is written? Do the next activity under the supervision of your teacher, parent, or some elderly person, because the use of acid is involved in it. So in activity number 14.5, the use of acid is involved in it. What we will do, we will take distilled water, and we know that distilled water is a poor conductor of electric current. Now we will test, can acids make distilled water a good conductor? So we will dissolve certain acid, for example a little amount of HCl or a little amount of lemon juice. We know that lemon juice had acids in it, right? So we will add a little amount of lemon juice, or we will add hydrochloric acid into the distilled water, and we will test again, and we will find that the distilled water becomes a very good conductor. We can say that acids make water a very good conductor. In the same way, we will add certain bases also. For example, we will dissolve some caustic soda or potassium iodide in distilled water, and we will find that the bases also make the distilled water a good conductor of electricity. So what we can say, we have found three types of substances which can make a distilled water a very good conductor of electricity. These are the acids, the bases, and the salts. So acids and bases and the salts, these are the substances which can make a distilled water into a very good conductor of electricity. So if any one of them is dissolved in water, the water will be good conductor of electricity. In the next video, we will discuss the chemical effect of electric current. We will discuss the activity number 14.6. Thank you for watching this video. Make your own notes, make your short notes, right? Learn the topic properly, learn the topic from your NCERT book also. Thank you.